All right, here we go. Oh, let me turn my headlights on. So, I'm not working today. I got to sleep in a whole 2.5 hours, actually. And it's still dark outside. Anyway. I have a doctor's appointment. I see if I get to live another 3 months. But I want to address a hard-hitting issue. No, I don't. Not really. So, anyway, my internal debate, because I do struggle with the more important things in life, is continue my norm of showering before I go to bed or shower when I get up in the morning. The benefit of showering before I go to bed is the fact that my sheets stay relatively nice and clean. The downside of showering before bed is when I get up in the morning, I have a rat's nest on my head. Long hair is one thing, naturally curly hair is another thing. Put them together and woof, woof is what I said. Very thankful for hair products and non-pulling bands that I can just detangle and pull it all back. Get it out of my face. So that's what I did. I just like showering before I go to bed. And when my work schedule was different and I was only working Fridays, Thursday night would be my night to go to bed without a shower. But it would also mean that Friday morning when I got up, I'd pull off all my sheets and wash them. I mean, I'm going to do it once a week anyway. Why not do it the morning after I slept on them without a shower? Apparently this intersection is really busy at this time of morning. And I'm going to sit here for a minute. Wait a minute. Here we go. 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 Ready? Set. Go. Okay. So, I am leaving my house. It is just a couple minutes to 7. My doctor's appointment is at 8. Why the hell you leave it an hour early? Because it takes me almost that long to get there, especially this time of day. Which kind of sucks, but I think I've told that story before. I needed a new family doctor or GP and in a hurry. And this place is part of a system of clinics that caters to those that don't have health insurance, which I didn't at the time. And they do everything prorated based on your income, which was very helpful at the time. And I'm reluctant to change. I've been with him now for 17 years. Yeah, like last month, 17 years. Anyway, I probably should change. There are some issues that aren't being addressed that I wish they were. At the end of the day, his main focus is my kidney health relative to my diabetes. Here lately, he's been really kind of getting on me about my heart health, which I know it's important. I mean, duh. What good are muscles if your heart can't supply the blood to them? But damn, my heart's always been different. Cold and dark. No, I was born with a murmur. It always sounds wonky, but I got some arrhythmia going on again like I did several years ago. And the doctor who addressed it at the time did a procedure. He said, this is not going to completely take it away. It's just going to lessen the severity. You're never going to end up in the hospital getting the electric shock paddles again or any of that kind of shit. That was horrible. And he got me on a pill. Of course, pills are always the first choice. Anyway, now it's acting up again. And the last time I was at my regular GP, it was acting up while I was there. Wasn't anything bad. It wasn't even, I could almost not even feel it. It just was, maybe I'm just so used to it. But when he heard it, because like a good doc, he's going to listen to my heart. He freaked the hell out. He did an EKG right then and there and just couldn't believe the rhythm. And that was October 11th. And he referred me to a cardiologist who has only a few weeks ago called for the appointment. So I still haven't even been to the cardiologist, and I'm going back to the GP. He ought to love that. But anyway, so yes, I'm on my way to my regular GP every 3 months because you're a diabetic on insulin checkup. And I try to get the earliest appointments I possibly can so that the majority of the time that I'm gone, my father is still in bed. I don't have to worry about him trying to burn the house down or anything. It just so happens that after that appointment, this appointment was made back in October. I don't know, felt like maybe a week later. It wasn't much later. The VA made an appointment for my father today. And although it's just labs, there's no time crunch. I don't have to be there at a specific time. Sorry. I thought, what the hell? If I can get in and out of my place in a reasonable amount of time, still get home before he's even up, get him up, get him something to drink, give him a shower, and go. I don't want to take him without a shower. He doesn't think it's a big deal. I think it's a big deal for 2 reasons. First of all, he stinks. Shower schedule's Monday and Thursday. So we're 2 days into his funk that I frankly just don't want in my truck, don't want to be in a confined space with. But also, and this is what I tell him, and this is the truth. I'm not lying to him to make it easier for me to say you stink. I also don't want to take him to the VA and present him in all his glorious funk. I don't want them to look at me as his caregiver and think, God, you can't even clean the man. So, I mean, that's kind of my underlying thing with taking him to the VA. I usually try to schedule his VA appointments either the day of or the day after a shower. It just so happened this one cropped up on us a little out of sync. On the bright side, it means I won't have to give him a shower. On the downside, it means I'm going to be fucked up in my head as to what day it is. But that's okay, especially since I've gotten used to working again on Wednesdays, and now I'm not today. But the guy I've been filling in for on Wednesdays is coming back in February, so I've only got a couple more Wednesdays to cover, which is good and bad. I mean, who the hell would ever say, yeah, I want to go to work every Wednesday at 3:30 in the morning? That's the only thing I hate, is getting up that damn early. I would love to work every day, but not at 3:30 in the morning. So, anyway, I guess I'm starting to ramble, but I'm going back to work Friday. At least until I hit that Mega Millions. Woo, buddy. If I hit that Mega Millions, they're not going to see my ass at that place anymore. I can tell you that. I haven't said that for a long time. I've always said I'd still work and I'd help them build a new building and blah, blah, blah. No, fuck that. I'm out. I'm going to go buy a football club somewhere in the UK and get out of here. Ugh. Do I have to take my father with me? Oh, man. Dilemma. All right. That's all for now. See ya. All right, we're done at the doctor's and we're heading home. I always say when I leave the doctor, I'm going to stop somewhere and get a breakfast, which I would normally not do. But I actually did today because I have too much to do when I get home. And so if I could eat breakfast while driving home, save myself a little bit of time, I thought that was a good option. I also thought I'd treat myself a little bit with a breakfast I haven't had in God only knows how long. So I stopped for two Chick-fil-A chicken biscuits. And I'll tell you, they're pretty damn good. But for $8, I got 2 biscuits. And if you'd have given me a biscuit that I would have gotten there years ago, I would have said, damn, that's a great deal. But I would have bitched about the biscuit not being cooked enough. Now I'll tell you, the biscuit was cooked perfectly. But that chicken sure as hell got smaller. Man, I'm going to say at least half, maybe closer to a third the size of what they used to be. And I get it. Times are tough and everybody's cutting corners. But damn it, Chick-fil-A. Really? You? Thought y'all were better than that. But it was good. I just wish there was more chicken there. I actually did think I should get an extra piece of chicken on each biscuit. And I thought, nah, not at Chick-fil-A. If I was stopping at any other breakfast biscuit place, I would get 2 pieces of meat. In fact, the last time I did a breakfast sandwich, a biscuit, at Bojangles, I got 2 pieces of meat. And it was quite pleasing. It's just a better ratio for me. I need more protein and less carbs. Well, I got the carbs on that Chick-fil-A biscuit. I pulled out of the Chick-fil-A parking lot from the backside into a parking lot instead of out onto the road, so I could take some insulin because I knew I was gonna need it. And after eating the biscuit, I think, man, maybe I didn't take enough insulin. But anyway, that was a celebratory biscuits. My A1C was down again, 6.0, which actually causes my doctor some concern. And I'm honest with him. He asked me about my lows, and I said, yeah, I've had a few. I had one pretty extraordinary low, which I talked about on here, the night I woke up and it was 39. That's not good. And so he wants me to reduce one of my injectables. He actually wanted me to reduce it last time I was there, and I did, but I did not reduce it as much as he wanted me to. Now I'll go to what he wanted me to. So I did ask him some questions about some of my orthopedic issues right now, and he wants me to go see Dr. Anderson. Oh, there's a dead deer on Wade Hampton. Wow. So I'll be calling them later today. Maybe I'll wait till after my cardiology appointment. I kind of hate to do it, but got to do something about this left foot. He wants me to file down the calluses real good, see if that's got anything to do with it. And I told him I would, but trust me, I've done that. I file those calluses sometimes till I draw blood, which isn't good either, but gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, grateful that he took the time, took my shoe and sock off, all that good stuff. Checked out my hip from the chiropractor issue. He offered to do x-ray, which he and I both know is not going to show anything, but it's what you have to do protocol wise before you're not going to get an MRI or anything else until there's an x-ray. But he did lay me on the table and check out the mobility of my left leg and in comparison to my right leg. My right leg, the hip on the right side, used to be the lesser of the two when it came to flexibility. I was still really flexible, but the right side was the one that was not quite as flexible. Well, now the left one is nowhere near the flexibility of the right one. I mean, it is noticeable, and while he hasn't ever done that before, so he can't speak to where I was flexibility-wise prior to seeing Dr. Cipriano, my massage therapist can. I else could clinically speak to that. I don't know how much credibility a massage therapist would have with, I don't know, a lawyer. God forbid it come to that. I really don't want it to come to that. I just want him to admit he made a mistake. Or at least, even if he doesn't say he made a mistake, just admit that he caused this issue. Didn't have the issue before I went. Didn't have it till he did his little bear hug twisty thing. Anyway, that was my doctor's advice. So we decided, since I have to see him every 3 months, I said, look, let's just hold off. Let's see if this is an issue that can resolve with a little more time, which I really don't see that it will, but just to be on the safe side, cautious. And if it's still an issue when I go back in April, then he'll refer me for x-rays and stuff with the orthopedist. Oh, goody goody. Anyway, now I am, as I'm getting closer to home, going to wake Walt up, get him a shower, and get him over to the VA before it gets any later in the day, and get his labs taken care of. I really have been wondering the past day or two if he's going to want his walker today. I kind of think he might, because walking is becoming more of an issue for him. Used to be the one place I could count on him being able to walk in and out by himself, but today it might just be a little different. I think we might have crossed that bridge, so to speak, where that walker is going to start becoming a more regular thing. I did not get him into the garage to exercise like I had hoped to yesterday, but I brought out his recumbent bike and he actually rode it, which surprised me. He got on it. I moved his eating table and put his bike right there in front of the TV so he could do both. And at one point, while I was exercising in the garage and had to come in the house for something, there he sat, pedaling away. Now, I don't know how long he did it, and he doesn't do it with much intensity, but it's more than what he does just sitting in his recliner all day. So I was grateful for that. He's going to get enough walking today, assisted or otherwise, that I'm going to leave him alone. And since tomorrow would have been a shower day, but it won't be because we're going to shower today, I'm going to get his old ass in the garage again and do a little more exercise there. Little resistance training. He needs to strengthen up, and he needs to get that right arm going where they put the access port in for dialysis, which we may find out is going to start sooner rather than later, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm almost home, and gotta go, and I'm sure I will scream at you later. See ya. Alright, so I'm walking out of the VA. Pops is sitting down because he couldn't make it out here just yet. Even with his walker, he's exhausted. Labs are hard for him because when it's colder out, which is anything under 70, he's got to wear pants, and he's more comfortable in sweatpants, but he's also got to wear suspenders to keep his pants up. And then when he has to go pee for a urine sample, he struggles. And when he doesn't have to pee on top of that, because his dumbass son didn't think enough to have him drinking water on the way here like we usually do, he couldn't get anything out. But we're done. The lady, lab tech, asked me to go in there and help him. Check on him, actually, is all she really said. And he's fine. He just slow moving and doesn't do well multitasking, shall we say. So that went, well, not quite as good as usual, but not terrible. He does this thing now where he breathes real funny, and if I call him out on it, he stops. It's not like he has to breathe that way, but he almost grunts with his breaths, and it's annoying because, like I said, he's choosing to do that. If I call him on it, he stops. It's not like he can't breathe any other way. But whatever. It just makes me wonder when he's got a chronic cough and he breathes like that. These poor technicians probably think he's got COVID or some shit, and they don't even want to help him, but so be it. All right, here we are, 20 minutes after 7. I'm done with my cardio, keeping in mind that today is the day after leg day, so that was all I was really going to do anyway, but I did want to get out here earlier. By the time I got home from the VA with my father, it was, well, not just getting home, but getting everything in the house and getting some stuff out of the truck that I had and needed to get in, blah, 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 blah. At 3:15, I thought, damn, I'm feeling a little, I'm feeling a little beat, and I was kind of down on myself for, feeling so worn out, even though it's a worn out from stress, mental stress, maybe more than physical. But I thought, you know what? Let me check my blood sugar, and then it occurred to me, I put a new sensor on after I got out of my shower last night before bed because I had to start a new sensor today at 11:15. 4 hours later, I remembered I had a new sensor on that hadn't been started yet, and my old one was dead. So I am currently wearing 2 sensors, but only this one over here is working. I haven't taken this one off yet. So anyway, couldn't scan for my blood sugar, and I thought I still need to check. So fortunately, with the Libre reader, you can do blood tests as well. I know the ads all say no finger sticks. Well, that's bullshit. You still got to do finger sticks. Anyway, so I did a finger stick, checked the blood, 67. So I wasn't just fatigued from fatigue's sake. I was low blood sugar. And so having just bought a bag of Catalina Crunch Honey Graham cereal, had a little bit of that. And what else did I have? Oh, no, I ate some of the Honey Graham and like a bite or two of peanut butter just to kind of give me a little fat and protein in there too. But I thought, let me eat this and sit down and I'll watch Jeopardy from last night. And I did. And then I just got suckered into the TV vortex. There's a reason I don't put more things on my DVR. I don't need more options to watch. Anyway, so I thought, no big rush. I'll just get out here and do my cardio. Now I'm done, and I am done for the day. I'm ready for bed. Dinner sounds good, but not really. I don't know. Which sounds better, dinner or bed? I think I'd go to bed right now if I could. So, Walt's exhausted. He is declining, and more, and it's I think mostly, well, obviously his kidneys are going south, but it's just because I've let him be so sedentary, and I just can't do that anymore. It's not fair to him. So today was enough. Today was enough exercise. He walked a lot today, and just being up and about in the shower and all that stuff. But so let's see, what day was that? Sunday was out here. Monday, I'm not going to do exercise on the days there's shower and shave days because that wears him out too. So that was Sunday. Monday was Tuesday was he rode his bike for a little while, and he admitted that it wore him out. I said, well, it's supposed to when you haven't been doing anything forever. And then today was a lot. So I'm torn between maybe just letting him have a day off tomorrow and maybe getting him to do a little bit of something. Maybe just bring the bike out again, let him sit there and ride the bike some. But I'm anxious to be more fervent with him doing that and see if any improvement occurs from that. But yeah, today he's pretty worn out. As am I. And he said, well, I'm worn out too. I said, well, yeah, well, you slept 5 hours later than I did. He's so crazy. He is crazy. I got good news from the VA after playing phone tag with my contact in the caregiver program. She did let me know that I'm fully approved as a caregiver for Walt. After I've been doing it for going on 8 years, be 8 years in June. I'm now official, which is nice. It helps. They help a little with the stipend and all that kind of stuff, which I thought I was already getting a stipend, but I don't have many bills. So anyway, that's irrelevant. And you don't need to know my finances, but anyway, I guess that's about it. We were going to grill some burgers tonight, but time just got away and I wasted too much time, and we're going to just do them in the oven. Actually, I should say they're being done in the oven right now. And I need to dry my fat ass off and go eat dinner. And that's about it for today. Sorry for the long video, but it was just a long day.